दिख नहीं रहा इंस्टाग्राम. Hi everybody. Good evening. How are you doing? Yes, we are live today to just talk about how is your relationship right now shaping up with your boss. I know that some of you are facing tough time simply because the relationship, the way you want your boss to appreciate you. Yeah, we are actually figuring out. We are doing it for the first time on Riverside as a platform. So we have connected to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So we are just figuring out that everything is okay. So I'm presuming that everything is okay, and now we can go ahead and listen to your purview about how is your relationship going with your boss, right? So we know that we all want our boss to be our biggest promoter, but when it comes to promotion, when it comes to appraisal cycle, we sometimes feel that why it's not going the way I want it to go. Yeah, I have personally gone through that phase where I was not even clear and sure. And that's the moment where I had my first coach who was a communication coach. And I can sense that, sometimes it looks like that it's pretty easy, pretty simple to crack the code. It's just about a relationship with your boss. And when that appraisal cycle comes in and you get to know that you are not promoted and you've been not rated the way you wanted to get rated, there the frustration starts creeping in. However, there is a way, there is a process, there is a system which helps you do that. And how do we help you crack the code is very simple. You can join our community sessions which happen every Tuesday, where you have all the rights to ask any sort of question which is bothering you, which is stopping you from your growth. And one big factor for that is relationship with your boss. Yes. uh, and in that case you have to ensure that you're kind of consistently in touch with your boss. You're updating him or her that this is what I am doing, this is my priority, or aligning your priority with him or her. If you're not doing that, you are somehow just running on the treadmill and reaching nowhere. So that's not the case which would help you. Yeah. So let me just see who all are there and welcome you to this. Yeah. Sumita, how are you doing? Sonu, how are you doing? Jyoti, how are you doing? Right. So, Anirudh, how are you doing? Yeah. Hi, Uttam. Hi, Sumita. Hi, Lokesh. I'm sure that you guys are able to hear me out. Can I get your hi in the chat box? Yeah, Guru, hi, how are you doing? Type it into the chat box. Are you kind of in a similar situation which I faced in my life? That how do I make a relationship with my boss so that I get promoted? I get what I deserve. But sometimes we feel that it's only the hard work And once I have done my hard work, my boss will respond accordingly, because he or she is gonna watch it. He or she is gonna see that this is what Vishal has brought on the table, and accordingly he should be promoted. But the reality is very different. We feel the hard work should speak. I mean, we don't want to verbalize, we don't want to vocalize our thoughts, and we don't want to tell that this is what is the real case, this is what I have been doing throughout the year, and these are the results I have produced, and this is the impact I have produced. And that's where you miss the bus, because your boss is also reporting to somebody. He or she is also responsible for his promotion or her promotion, right? And that person also has to see that how that person gets promoted. So it is all kind of a relationship which builds, and the root of that relationship is what is that? Anybody? Any idea? How about you, Gitanjali? How about you, Ravi Kumar? How about you, Pooja? How about you, Prasad? Can you tell me what could be that one word that builds that relationship, which is like the root system of a tree? Yes? Anybody? Yeah, I'm going into different platforms and just seeing that if you guys can hear me, see me. I'm right now on Instagram, and now I am in YouTube. So let me know if you have anything which you want to share. Yes, brilliant, Ravi Kumar. You are absolutely right. The word is trust. Yeah. But when it comes to trust, why does this happen more often that trust never gets established? Because trust is something which is the first thing. And it starts from what? It starts from what? It starts from how do you contribute to each other's work? How do you partner? It's all about that partnership. If you are kind of in a zone where you are always thinking that, it's kind of a battle which is going on all the time. I am fighting for something, my boss is fighting for something else, and the results will get produced. It's never going to happen. Yeah. Hi Ankita. Hi Naresh. Hi Mukinda. So as we continue talking, I just want to invite you to our Tuesday live community session where we spend 90 minutes to decode what is working for you, what is not working for you in your career. One of the topic today we picked up is relationship with boss, so that you are getting promoted the way you want. But if you are not getting promoted the way you feel you should get promoted, then you definitely need to work on managing a great relationship with your boss. And for that, I am inviting you to a community session which we are going to hold live tomorrow at 8 p.m. The link is there in my bio. You can pick up the link from there and join our community. And the link is everywhere available. You are on LinkedIn. If you are seeing me on LinkedIn, you can see the link in my bio. If you are in Instagram, if you are on right now YouTube, wherever, whichever platform you are, you just need to click on that link and you will be there. And then we'll have a very smooth conversation where I can see you, you can see me, you can be on the hot seat and we can discuss. Yeah. Hi Latesh, how are you doing? Hi Shi, hi Mohan, how are you doing? Hi Milind, hi Shubham. Yeah. So anybody who is facing any kind of a challenge when it comes to your boss, I know that it's an open platform, you might be shying away. How should I discuss and talk about, what is the kind of the relationship I am discussing? So that's where I'm inviting you to a closed room, which is a community where you can ask any question you have. Yeah. Yes. Anybody who wants to share and say that what kind of a relationship you are sharing with your boss at this moment. We, by the way, keep coming live to address different topics, to discuss different issues which you are facing. So You are most welcome. And I want to thank you from bottom of my heart for being there, for joining these sessions. First of all, these live sessions, and then some of you come into the community as well, where we discuss what kind of challenges and problems you are facing. Yeah. Today's topic is how do you get promoted by not just saying that I want to get promoted, by just making yourself visible in front of the key stakeholders in your organization. Yeah. And the framework is very simple, guys, which I have learned from one of my mentor, is called a fish. When you are going to have a conversation with your boss, you're gonna be saying A stands for ask for time. You can ask for time for 10 minutes in a weeks on a weekly basis or a fortnightly basis, the way it works for you. And then when you move to F, you can present the facts that this is what is happening in the current scenario when I'm discussing with vendors, clients, and all the people, right? And I stands for when you have presented the facts, now you can share your intent. The intent is that I want the company to grow. I want boss you to grow. I want myself, I see the growth. Once the customers, the clients, the company has grown, it's definitely going to happen then, right? And then S stands for absolutely sharing your emotions vulnerably. Don't stop, don't hold yourself back. I know many of you face that office politics, that जब भी हम openly बात करते हैं और खुल के बात करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं फंसते हैं. But you talk about some other person with other team members, with other colleagues, but that's not the way. You're gonna be talking to the people who are actually meant to listen to that. It is probably your boss, where you need to have a straight conversation, heart to heart conversation. And then S is done. After that, H last, hear the boss out. You listen 60% of the time and speak 40% of the time, and that's the equation which has worked beautifully for me in my career. Earlier, even though I was an introvert, but whenever I will get a chance, I will speak more and I will listen kind of, on the lower side. My listening was not that great. We feel like I'm an introvert, so my listening would be great, but it's not that. Kind of introvertness or shyness is not proportionate to listening. Both are different. So a fish, remember that. It's a simple framework which I learned from my mentor, and I'm passing it to you because when I was stuck in my career, I got present to that. It is the trust which is missing between me and my boss. To establish that trust, to establish that reputation, I need to ensure that what I am working on. So I started blocking my boss's calendar every week or 15 days, where I'm presenting that what I'm up to these days. What am I cracking? Yes. So you have seen the link is there right now. Krishna has posted the community link where you just need to click and join, and we'll have more conversation, more talks on such topics, which one of that is today we have picked up is how your boss can promote you so that you feel what you really deserve is there. It's not that, you feel that there's something else I want and you're getting something else. Yeah. So hi Ishri, hi Sudhir, hi Surya, hi Rupesh. Guys, you can put in your questions also in the chat box. If you have anything related to this topic or about your career, we'll be more than happy to take them up. Yeah. So let me hover into some more platforms and see that right now I was mainly interacting in Instagram. Now I am on YouTube and seeing that what's happening here. Okay, so Ishri has a question. I mean, is it Ishri or Jayashri? There is a JA.ISHR, Jayashri, I believe. How to overcome anxiety and fear if you are in sales? Wow, brilliant. First of all, I was in sales and I can see that there's a pressure always there, Jayashri, when you are in sales. So to overcome anxiety and fear, again, I would say get present to the situation fully. Listen to the situation like as if you have to deal with it. You can't escape it. And then one simple tip I want to give, Jayashri, which I used to follow when I was feeling that anxiousness and fear, I used to meditate. And how do you meditate? I followed a simple application which is, I downloaded that, Sadhguru, and there is Isha Kriya in that. Morning 12 minutes you just spend with yourself, spend me time, and see that how it has started making a difference. In just 21 days you will see a huge difference, the way you feel right now versus the way you will feel after 21 days. So that's a quick fix. But depending on, I get to know your situations, what makes you feel fearful and anxious, you need to join the community where we can have a discussion, better discussion, and we will be absolutely getting present to what is the exact situation which makes you feel fearful and anxious. And by the way, you cannot kill fear, you cannot kill anxiousness, you just stop giving significance to fear. You get present to that situation, that now this is a situation where I'm again gonna face. Now I'm gonna give an example here. Whenever I used to walk up to my senior management, till my boss it was okay, but whenever I'll go to senior management, top management, my hands would feel sweaty, I would kind of get nervous, my hands will go in the pockets automatically, and I will feel that, am I really there, or I'm just there to make up the room and see that I'm fitting in somehow, and I'm waiting the meeting to get over and I walk back. But that situation changed simply by ensuring that I am working on my confidence. I'm practicing in front of mirror. Whenever I'm going to present in front of the key stakeholders, high stake management meetings, I need to rehearse and practice. And that's what we make you do in our Toastmasters Club. We have our own in-house Career Dwar Toastmasters Club, for which you will get a pass to join. When you come to our community, you will see how we make you practice on your communication, which helps you reduce your anxiousness and fearfulness. Yeah, Jayashri, hope I've been able to answer. Yeah, Pradeep, how are you doing? Imran, Mayuri, Ekta, Jitendra, Resham, Kanish, Girish, Sahana. Any questions you guys have related to the topic or anything else, we are most welcome. You can always ask, and we are posting the link in the chat. Make sure Krishna has posted that link. If you have not joined our community so far, you join there. And the link is also there in my bio. If you missed the link in the chat, go to my bio right now. I'm going to pause for 30 seconds because I want you guys to be part of the community and attend our live community sessions every Tuesday, which are absolutely free. We want you to create a powerful career. We want you to grow in your career. Whatever challenges you are facing, be it office politics, be it relationship with boss, be it exposure to senior management, be it finding out what is your USP, be it also finding out how do you crack the interviews. The last topic was how do you get 2 interview calls in 7 days. That's possible, by the way, if you're thinking that's not possible. In fact, in our community, almost 17 people have got 2 interview calls in less than a week. That is kind of a record, simply because they implement the process. Yeah. So Jayashri, you go to my bio and you will get the community link, and I will ask Krishna also to paste the community link once more. Jayashri is asking for that in the chat. Sneha, how are you doing? Arjun, how are you doing today? Sushant, what's up? What are you guys up to? What kind of challenges you are going through in your career? As Jayashri posted, let me know, how can I help you grow in your career and provide you the support you are looking for? Hi Devyanshu, I was just hovering between the platform and I got to know that you have dropped in a comment that you are searching for a job, you are watching our videos, but you're still looking for a job in supply chain management. I can just give you a quick answer. Get active, super active on your LinkedIn. You got to be dialing up in the hidden job market. And how do you do that? When you actually make sure that you're connecting with the right recruiters, the hiring managers. By the way, there is a tab in LinkedIn which says alumni. When you have a target company, let's say you have a target company as PepsiCo, And when you type in the search bar the university where you have been, and you see there is a, when you search for university, you will go to the page and there you will see a alumni tab. When you go on the alumni tab, you will see there are some people from your alma mater. They are working in PepsiCo. And when you send a DM, direct message on LinkedIn to them, you will see a response. It's not a guarantee, but the chances are there. You may send 5 to 10 messages in a day and one of them would reply back, and then you connect with them on a call or send your resume and see what it unfolds for you. That's a quick fix, a quick hack. But to know more, to find out more, what you need to do is to join our regular community sessions where we actually decode what is hidden job market. And we follow a beautiful framework called ADDRESS, which is A stands for artificial intelligence, D stands for differentiator, R stands for relationship with boss, which is the topic we are dealing with today. E is exposure to senior management. S is salary negotiation and interview mastery. Last S is your soft skills. This is what we deal as a framework which helps people crack the 1 crore salary career code first of all. And we are on a vision to help 1,000 people reach to 1 crore plus salary. Along with that, 2x your salary, wherein already hundreds of students in our community have done that. And I want to tell you, 13 people recently in this year itself crossed 1 crore salary benchmark. It's a proud moment for us and I want to share it with you, but it is for you as well if you are the next one who wants to crack that code and get to a 2x salary or reach to a 1 crore salary. By the way, there is no connection between what salary you have right now and what you're going to ask. It's all about the value you bring on the table. The moment you are clear that this is the value I can provide to the company, which is right now struggling with X number of problems, you have it and you can do it too. Yeah. So Mehak, how are you doing today? Deepak, how are you doing? Yes. Siraj, how are you doing? Brilliant. Shalini, what's up? Yeah. Srivastav, how are you doing? Stuti Srivastav, how are you doing? Divya, yes, what's up? What kind of the challenges you are facing in your career? You can paste in the chat right now. I'll be more than happy to help you. But in case right now you feel that you're just here to see me and see that what we are solving today, so you can actually come to community session which happens every Tuesday, which is free and where we talk clearly one-on-one and solve your problems. Yeah, there'll be more community members, but then at last we take the questions. Hi Harshad, hi Tabriz, what's up? How are you guys doing? Yes. So today we are live on all the platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. We are more than happy to answer your questions. The reason we are live today on all the platforms today is that we wanted to invite you to our community sessions, which are power packed. By the way, we are going to be conducting our 41st live session tomorrow, back to back, simply because we want to empower you to crack the career code. Be it the hidden job market, be it the salary negotiation, be it the interview mastery, be it your LinkedIn profile, which is right now probably not attracting the right recruiters. So you need to work on that. Along with that, your soft skills, you practice with us, and we are going to go together and create a partnership with you where you are able to build a career which you want. Yeah. So Divya is saying, I'm not able to find a new job with a good package. Divya, do not worry. My answer to this is very simple. You have to get into some zone where you are putting the right steps in the right approach, with the right approach. The first step is you need to revamp your LinkedIn. Yeah. You need to put the right steps in the right place by making sure that your LinkedIn profile is up and running. It is optimized and you are posting some content on LinkedIn related to your job search so that your brand gets built, brand gets established, and you start seeing the recruiters get attracted to you. Rather than you chasing them, they reach out to you by looking at what you can solve for them. That's the basic number one step. But there are similar 6 to 7 more steps, Divya, which you need to work on parallelly, because the time right now is tough. The market is tough, literally tough, because you know that you are hearing how many jobs people are losing. But on the other hand, I want to share that there are people who are cracking the code also. Recently, in last week, only one of our community members, you can see on LinkedIn, our today's post says that a 60% hike and 65% hike. She got 2 offers from 2 reputed brands simply because she implemented the process. And the process is very clear. Address is the framework which we keep decoding every now and then in our community sessions every Tuesday 8 p.m. The link is there, Divya, in the chat box, in my bio. If you have joined from Instagram, you will find it in my bio. If you have joined in from YouTube, again, you will find it in description of any video. You go there, you will find the link. And on LinkedIn, it's there, again there in the headline. You can click on the link and join our live sessions where we will work hand in hand and ensure. It's not a matter of that I'm going to give you some quick fix right now. It's going to work. You have to work. You have to spend minimum 21 days to 45 days to get the offer, to get the opportunity. And I'm sure you're going to get the opportunity if you are ready to work, if you're ready to put in some effort. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Hi, Arshad. How are you doing? Hi, Mahesh. What's up? Who has asked this question? Mahendra has asked one question: how to be visible in front of the management so that you want to be visible, you know how to become visible, but somewhere the other colleagues, other team members feel insecure whenever you reach to the top management. This is a brilliant question, Mahendra. Yeah, I again want to tell you through my story. This was the similar case. Whenever I will walk up to the super boss, first of all, you know, when I come back after that meeting, my boss would be like furious that, I mean, why did you walk up to him? Did you come to me first to solve that problem? And then along with that, the discussions, what happened there, you know, some of the things are not aligned with your boss or your team members, and they definitely feel insecure. But more than their insecurity, my next question to you, Mahindra, is that will you stop going there? Will you stop kind of feeling that, you know, that pressure is coming, so I will not go there? So don't think about that even second time. You have done a right thing, because it's not only important for you, it's important for them also. When they see somebody like you stepping up, they want people to step up. Number 2, make sure next time you go, you align and inform your boss and the team members that I'm going for a purpose. If you want to come along, if you feel that you can add value, let's get together. I am sure they will not, but you have informed. You have been in integrity. You didn't play around. You know, the politics and all these things start happening when you hide things. So do not hide, be transparent, inform your boss, inform your team members, and tell them that, yeah, I'm going to walk up to the senior management because I want to add value. I want to make this organization grow. I want to work hand in hand to ensure that the things are working. Right? So you have not done anything wrong. Keep doing that and ensure that you're aligning everybody. Hi Renuka, how are you doing? Hi Saurav, how are you doing? Yeah, Ganesh, Arjav. So Ayushi, everybody, I'm sure, type in me in the chat box if you have joined our community, which is gonna help you crack your next opportunity. If you are really wanting that, or if you want to grow in the same organization, that's where also you get the answers, right? So you have to just join the community. The link is there in my bio on Instagram. The link is there in all the YouTube videos which you have watched or you are watching right now. The link is there. You just click on that link and join. It's free. You are not supposed to pay anything. You can join our live community sessions every Tuesday, 8 p.m. And then LinkedIn also, you have it in the headline. In the Facebook group also, the link would be posted. Yeah. So I am going to pick up the next question, which comes in from Chetan. When we ask for a raise or seek market correction, the boss moves away from this topic or gives no commitment, the accomplishments. Yeah, Chetan, very good question. Thank you for asking. This is the question which many of you would have. Yeah. So whenever this happens, so I want you to ensure that did you do your homework? Did you actually show or present your work in terms of achievements, what you have done in last 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months? I had an habit after being coached by my coach that you're gonna be making a tracker of the achievements you have done and make a habit of sharing them with your boss. See, they are also busy. They're also occupied with certain things. And when the appraisal cycle comes in, when you do this conversation, when you ask for a hike, that moment they feel like, अब इसको हाइक चाहिए तो ये अभी आके डेफिनेटली डिस्कशन कर रहा है मेरे साथ, बट लेकिन उसके पहले कभी नहीं आया, कभी बात नहीं करी. So you have to be present to their world also, and you have to consistently share your achievements. Consistently share what problems you have solved. Consistently talk about what new things you can do. There is a framework which I again want to tell you, which is called NEEDS, which N stands for new, E stands for existing, next E stands for emergencies, then D stands for difficulties, S stands for to be solved. So new, existing, emergencies and difficulties to be solved. If you are doing any of this and reminding and telling your boss that this is what I'm doing regularly, and are we on the same page? Is the management aligned to this? Then you have done a good job. And then immediately after that, even if you still see your boss is escaping the conversation of your hike, of your salary, then if you are not able to swim to the boat, then you definitely need to do something to swim out of the river and out of the pool, because that's the time where you got the signal that this is not working out. It's been 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. The same story again and again. Then you need to look out and get the opportunities. And when you get the opportunities, that's where you get to know about your market value. And when your boss sees your market value, that's the moment the conversation again starts happening and you get to know that this is what I can crack now. And then probably the counter offer comes in from your boss. तो जब सीधी उंगली से घी नहीं निकलेगा तो उंगली थोड़ा टेढ़ी करना पड़ेगा, right? So that's the way. Great guys, I had a lovely time answering all your questions, and I want to just say last time, join the community sessions wherein we can work hand in hand. You have the community link, just click on that and you will be part of our fast growing career first community where we offer you the solutions to your problems using our signature address framework. But that address framework, from where did it come? It came from the problems you have faced so far. And same way you need to decode your career. You need to get into the hidden job market. Yeah. So Vikram, hi. Sagar, hi. Vishal, how are you doing? Hey Sagar. Hey Ayan. I think this is Rane Rushabh. Yes, Rushabh. Swati, Naveen, how are you guys doing? Brilliant guys, thank you so much for being here. I think I would like to see you more and more, but when we face each other in the community sessions where there is a Zoom link, we are live on a Zoom platform where I can answer your questions more promptly and in a better way. We can have a discussion where I would want you to reply back. That's the time where we have a lot of fun, enjoy solving the problems you are facing in your career. See you next time. Have a good night. Bye-bye.